Good morning, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the recorded lecture that I sent you yesterday. Today, we're going to talk about the rock cycle. After we learn the three types of rocks, the igneous rock, the sedimentary rock, and the metamorphic rock, we are going to talk about the rock cycle. So, this video is a quick video to explain how the rock cycle works. To start with, we learned that igneous rocks form anytime you melt and cool liquid rocks. So, igneous rocks form when you melt and then cool any type of rocks. So, it could start from igneous rock, melting and cooling back. It can be metamorphic rock, melting and cooling back, or sedimentary rock, melting and cooling back. Now, the second type of rocks is the sedimentary rock, and these rocks that are formed when you break small pieces of rock and glue them back together into new rock. So, sedimentary is when you break down small rocks into smaller ones and then as if you are gluing them together. This is how sedimentary rock is formed. While the last type, which is the metamorphic rock, these are the rocks where you add temperature and pressure enough so that the atoms inside the rock rearrange themselves. But they don't ever actually melt, because if they melt, we will have back the igneous rock. So the idea of the rock cycle is that any rock, any type of rock, can change into one another. So let's start by the process by which the metamorphic rock changes back into an igneous rock. So when the metamorphic rock melts and cools, it will change into an igneous rock. That's the point. So when the metamorphic rock melts and cools back, it forms an igneous rock. The sedimentary rock can also melt and cool to change into an igneous rock. This is the two ways where metamorphic rock and sedimentary rock change into an igneous rock. Actually, when an igneous rock also melts and cools, it can form again an igneous rock. Now, things can change also when metamorphic rock changes into sedimentary rock. This happens by breaking down and gluing again these small parts into forming sedimentary rock. Actually, it's not the term glue, it's called lithify, but we're going to use the word glue because it's easier for you. So when a metamorphic rock breaks down and is glued again, it forms sedimentary rock. Igneous rocks can also break down and be glued in order to form sedimentary rocks. So let's repeat again so that we don't lose our attention. So metamorphic rocks or sedimentary rocks have to melt and cool in order to form igneous rocks. It's the same as for the igneous rocks when they have to melt and cool again in order to form igneous rocks. Now, concerning sedimentary rocks, we define sedimentary rocks as being rocks that or sediments that gather or are stacked on each other in order to form this type of rocks. So this is what's happening. Igneous rocks can break down and glue with each other in order to form what we call a sedimentary rock, which is the same as for the metamorphic rock. Similarly, when sedimentary rocks break down and glue with each other, they will also form other types of sedimentary rocks. Now, finally, what we have to know is the formation of or the changing of these two types into metamorphic rocks. So we said that we need a high temperature and a high pressure, but no melting. This is very important to focus on. We need a high temperature and high pressure, but no melting, because once it melts, we will form an igneous rock. So when igneous rocks or sedimentary rocks undergo high temperature and high pressure, but no melting, this will form metamorphic rocks. It's the same as for the metamorphic rock, which can also undergo high temperature and high pressure in order to form other types of metamorphic rocks. So this would be the overview of the rock cycle. If you look now at this picture, you would see that it's so messy, but if you follow step by step, you will notice that it's very easy. I hope you enjoyed this lecture, and I want you please in your notebooks to draw the rock cycle as you understood it with your own words. You can write it as a paragraph, you can draw it, you can make it as a song, it's up to you. But I'm waiting your replies and messages back in order to make sure that you understood the rock cycle, as it's a very important topic and you may express it in your own words.